So welcome everybody to our special Friday session here, Friday Live. A lot of exciting things going on. I want to start off with just a quick thank you to everyone that joined us for our sold out InternetMastery.ai event that we held in New York City last week, the first of its kind ever in Internet Mastery, and it was mind-blowing. We talked about so many different aspects and elements to how AI is impacting Internet Mastery, selling on Amazon, and what the future holds. We talked about different strategies, different things that we can implement right away, new tools, new opportunities, and it was just so much fun to get together with everybody in person. Those of you that were there, thank you for making it a great event. If you missed it, it's hard to really summarize in a few seconds or even a few minutes what we covered. In fact, everybody who attended that event is sworn to secrecy because of the top secret nature of the information that we covered. It was awesome. And again, I just want to thank everybody for being there. It's going to be really exciting to see what happens ongoing as a result of that event itself. The next time we're doing an event like this is going to be in Cancun. That will be specifically for Inner Circle members only. So if you're an Inner Circle member and you've gotten your ticket to join me in Cancun November 7th and 8th, congratulations. I can't wait to see you there. We're already working on the agenda and some updates to the Internet Mastery Lister AI, the all-new AI software that we launched last week in New York City. So that event in Cancun is going to be very special. Now, if you weren't in New York and you still are joining us in Cancun, don't worry. You'll be a little bit behind, but I think you'll catch up fairly quickly. We've got 2 days together. We are going to be talking about some crypto-related topics, being that this is an Inner Circle event. But predominantly, we're going to continue to move everyone down the AI path. For those of you that were not in New York City last week, or maybe you've just missed it in the Internet Mastery community, we did release a beta version of a new software tool called Lister AI, and it is incredible. The use cases that we started discussing from it are just awesome, and the feedback that I've gotten from it is tremendous, even in its rawest form of delivery. So in Cancun, we will continue to provide updates and the latest. In fact, we just brainstormed today. I did with the team on what I want to see in the next 6 weeks come out so that we can share that with everybody who's going to be in Cancun. It's going to be a smaller event. Not everybody in New York will be in Cancun, but it's going to just be awesome. And then in Miami, in February, I think it's 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but in Miami, we will be launching exclusively to people in Miami the next version or the updated version of Lister.ai, and also just some new insights in terms of how the AI is really transforming the way we're starting to do business. For everyone else, the public release, if you're just wondering about that, will take place in August of 2024 in Las Vegas at that InternetMastery.live. So the Lister AI is available now, and all of the AI tools that we discussed are available to everyone who attended in New York City. And then, of course, in Cancun, if you're attending that event, you'll continue to get exclusive access. In February in Miami, everyone in attendance at that event in person in Miami. So if you don't have your tickets, you need to get them soon. The event is selling out really fast, and it's going to be just another incredible event. I did post 2 videos this week in the Facebook group, and the comments have been fantastic, but the number of people that have watched them has been much smaller than I expected. We can see how many views each of the videos get. The first video was a video from Coach Kim that I posted just a couple of days ago on, I think, the 13th of August. And what was crazy about that video is that it was filmed 5 years ago to the day, August 13th, 2018. Now, it sounds like when you watch that video, it's one that she could have just posted a few weeks ago. And so you just think about how far she has come in her business and how motivational and inspirational it is for each one of our Internet Mastery community members. So if you haven't watched it, watch it. It's 3.5 minutes long, and it is just an awesome testimony to what this community is all about and what the opportunity really holds. Whether you're new, whether you're experienced, whether you sold millions, or you just started last week, it's definitely it's definitely worth watching that. The other thing that we posted, or that I posted yesterday, was a sizzle reel, the final version of the overview of InternetMastery.live in Las Vegas just a few weeks ago. It's one of the best videos we've ever created, but I think only about 50 or 60 people had watched it as of this morning. And some of you are stars, some of you, well, you're all stars, but some of you are starring in that video, so you definitely want to watch it. You can share it, let everybody know about it. And if you weren't in Las Vegas and you watched it virtually, or you just didn't attend in person and missed the virtual, and you're wondering what it's like in person, this video will explain it to you. It's just a great recap of what is still, I think, one of the best events we've ever held. And we're committed to making our events in person that much better, that much more exciting, that much more educational, and that much more inspirational. So we're looking forward to another sold-out event in Miami. A couple of other things that I want to talk with you about. The first one is the Prep Center. And I was at the Prep Center yesterday. I was at the Prep Center today. And I want to just make sure that I'm reminding everyone of something. We've started to see an uptick in emails to the Prep Center that say things like, "Where's my package? I'm just curious what's happening with my package." And I just want to remind everyone, you can go back and read the terms and the process for using the Prep Center and the Prep Center guide. But the Prep Center will never respond to your emails. They just won't. There's no way for the Prep Center, if you understand what was happening there, to stop everything, to respond to your email, to tell you where your box is. And I don't want that to come out the wrong way. Just my apologies if it sounds like I'm being harsh. But those emails are simply deleted. Now, the customer service aspect of the Prep Center is there to be able to send an email if there's an issue with your package, if something comes that's gated, if it's hazmat, and if it is meltable, something of that nature where your item can't be sent in, then the Prep Center will send you that email. But the Prep Center is not going to stop what they're doing in the middle of prepping. I mean, it is a chaos there in terms of the process. I don't mean chaos unstructured, I mean organized chaos. But it's chaotic all day long. The boxes are coming in, they're printed, they're labeled, they're stickered, they're prepped, and they leave. That's the role of the Prep Center. It's not to stop everything, to tell you where your box is in that process. So a quick reminder that when the items come in, the day they arrive, that's not part of the date. All items are shipped and prepped within 3 to 5 business days. That does not count weekends from the date that the items are delivered, or the date after, I should say, that they're delivered. Most are being sent a lot faster than that. But at the end of the day, it can take up to 3 to 5 business days this time of the year. I was very surprised. I'll just tell you all quite frankly. I was very surprised at the mountain of boxes that are at the Prep Center that have no plans. And I still don't understand it. I'm not sure why it's happening. But I want to remind everyone that it is your responsibility to have your Prep Center plans submitted before your items arrive. There is no excuse. There's no rationale. The rule is, it's very simple. There's a whole page in the Prep Center guide that says, do not buy and send your items to the Prep Center until you've submitted the plan. So if you're not following that, that's okay. But just understand that you'll get an email. You'll need to pay a $25 admin fee in every case. And once you pay that admin fee, your items could sit at the Prep Center for 7 to 15 days. it goes to the back of the line. It doesn't go to the front of the line. Once the payment is made, that's fine. And once we get everything else that comes in properly, then those boxes will be gone through and sorted and be sent out. So if you're following the process, your items get sent pretty quickly. In fact, much faster than we promise. But if you're not following the process, and again, I walked in and I was just taken aback by the massive mountain of boxes that, I mean, it was big. I should have taken a picture of it and posted it, that have no plans. And why, I don't know. I can't explain it. If an item is gated, if an item is restricted, if you can't submit a prep center plan for whatever the reason, and you don't think it's right, or you think it's right, or it's Amazon or whatever it is, understand that the reason you can't submit a plan to the prep center is because Amazon is restricting that shipment for whatever Amazon's reason is. It could be a number of reasons. It could be hazmat multiple. It could be anything. Who knows what Amazon's reasoning is as to why you can't submit an item to the prep center. But if you can't submit it to the prep center and you've bought it anyway, then you've done the process backwards, really. So just understand that we're going to get busier and busier and busier at the prep center with the holidays coming. We are excited about that. We are gearing up for that. In fact, if you live in the South Florida, Boca area, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Boca, West Palm, and you're looking for part-time or full-time work, and you're watching right now and you're part of this community, and you're looking to work at the prep center with us, whether it's part-time or full-time, we are hiring. So that could be another exciting opportunity for some of you. If that's the case, you can post a response in the comments of this Friday Live, and we will have somebody reach out to you and talk with you about the next steps of doing an interview. You must live in the area. We're not relocating anyone to South Florida to work at the prep center at this time. That might change in the future, but that's where we're at right now. The other thing that I want to mention is I really want to make sure you're cognizant and careful of what you're sending in. So again, what is the role of the prep center? The role of the prep center is to receive your boxes that are part of your plan, and then once they're part of that plan, to sticker them, prep them, and send them to Amazon. We are having some people that are sending the wrong items in, and they make a plan and they submit the ASIN, and that plan is not the item that they're listing. Maybe it's a variation difference or a color difference, or there's different things that are going on. And if those items get sent to Amazon on your behalf, that could be an issue for you with your Amazon account. So you just want to be real careful that you're submitting and you're sending in the proper items. The other thing that we had previously that worked for a short time that is now working perfectly again are the notifications. And in your account, there are notifications. You can choose to turn the notifications on. I do think notifications only work if you're using Chrome. However, not the notifications that work, the notifying you that you have a new notification, I think only works in Chrome. But the notifications are working. So as things are happening within your account, you'll be able to see. It's in the upper right-hand corner. I'll show you in a few minutes what that looks like. But you can check your notifications to see what's been going on within your account. When you list an item, when the item arrives at the prep center, when it's sent to Amazon, all of that is part of the new notifications. The other notification that's going to be coming is that when items, I want to make sure everybody is aware of this, because it is also something that we're seeing a lot of. When you submit a plan to the prep center, that item must arrive within 30 days of the plan being created. So if you're getting it from a retailer, for example, like Walmart, Best Buy, Target, there's no major retailers that are shipping items that are in stock that arrive 30 days later. They arrive within 1 or 2 or 3 days. That's fairly common from major retailers. So items that are not prepared or not received within 30 days will be moved into another segment of the prep center. And I'll show you in a moment what that looks like as well, so that this way you can see what's happening within your account. But just understand that if you submit a plan and the items arrive on day number 40, you've got to resubmit another plan before they arrive. Prep Center plans are good for 30 days. That is the maximum, and then the system will move them into another category. So again, all part of the Prep Center terms. None of this is new. If you've not read them and you need to go reread them, you can find them in Prep Center 2.0. They are all there. Okay, another topic. So switching away from the Prep Center, another very, very exciting development is we just released today in the App Store version 1.2 of the Internet Mastery app in the App Store if you have an iPhone. And so originally we launched 1.0, then we launched 1.1, and then we launched today 1.2. So everyone that has been having a little bit of an issue, maybe with the login, maybe with some bugs, these are all normal processes when figuring out, you're talking about hundreds of people over hundreds of different devices, different configurations, and figuring out the process for it to work for everybody. So all you have to do, if you don't have automatic downloads, you can just go to the App Store, type in Internet Mastery in the search. It'll come up first or second, and then you'll either be able to know that you have the latest version, or it will prompt you to download the latest version. So if you're having an issue logging in, if you're having an issue not seeing all of the features and functionality within the app, those things should have all been resolved, and you'll be able to see that. If you don't have the app, you might want to download it. I think it's $9.95 to download, and then it's going to be $10 a month as a subscription. It's not a requirement, by the way. For the last 19 years, we've not had an iPhone app, but so many of you wanted it and asked for it, and it's available. And it is really cool in the way that it works. It's got the mobile scanner. It's got the Prep Center built in. It's got Bolo Deals, Bolo Search. It's awesome, actually. So play around with it. Provide us feedback with it. The more feedback you can give us, the more we're able to implement into the app the things that really you want, and any bugs or fixes that need to be done. We will only know that they're there if you provide us that feedback. Speaking of feedback, one of the best ways to get tech support when you have questions about something, whether it's credits that you have a negative credit situation in your account or what have you, all you need to do is open a live chat, and someone on tech support can help you. Live chat's available 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Let me talk with you for a minute about the prep credits. So we had a situation with the prep credits that isn't your fault, it's our fault. We had a programming issue that we weren't aware of. And what was happening is that people were buying credits, they were running out of credits, they were buying credits, and they were buying credits, but they were getting a lot more credits than they were paying for. And so we've now fixed that, so that is not happening anymore, but it caused a negative situation in some people's accounts. So if you found that your account was negative credits, it's because you used more credits than you actually paid for. The good news is that all you have to do is open a ticket with live support, live chat, a tech support, and they will fix that for you. The solution for that, and it's not happening very much, it happened a few times, and then, excuse me, it happened a few times. It got resolved fairly quickly, but if it does happen in the future, all you have to do is do not send an email. Email support cannot fix it for you. Only tech support via live chat can fix that. Different people are in different departments that are able to do different things and have different access. Okay, so I wanted to make sure you're aware of that. A couple of other just quick points for those of you that are using the Prep Center. At InternetMastery.live, we launched an all-new reporting system that is truly extraordinary. It is incredible, and it's only going to get better over time. And what it does is it provides a report for you of what inventory you have, what is selling, what your profit is, how many you've sold. I mean, it's just got a snapshot that is beautiful. It only works when you are using the Prep Center. So this data is what we call advanced analytics that comes specifically from you utilizing the Prep Center. Now, it's of more value to you if you're using the repricer, because when you're using the repricer, you're posting in it automatically how much you're paying for your items, and then we can take that data and move it over into these reports. If you're not using the repricer, you'll manually be able to put in your buy price to be able to properly calculate your net profit after the fees, after your costs, and I'll show you again that here in just a few minutes. The last point I want to make before I go to the site is for the repricer. So here we are, it is September 15th. We are 30 days away from Prime days, whatever date that is going to be in the middle of October. And then we're 60 days away from Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We're 90 days away from Christmas. So the holiday season has already started for Amazon sellers. It's not started for the buyers yet, but it's started for you, the sellers. You need to be sending lots and lots of inventory to Amazon. If not, you're going to sell out and you're going to miss the biggest time of the year, the best time of the year to sell. So when you combine the best time of the year to sell with the repricer, what we're starting to see, and when we looked back at the Prime Day that happened in July, we saw it on our back end when we were looking at the statistics. The amount of repricing activities goes up like 20 times during the holiday season. The opportunity for you to make sure you have the buy box, and we'll take a look at that as well in just a moment, is incredible. So if you have the repricer, fantastic. If you don't have the repricer, you should subscribe to the repricer. Again, you've probably heard me say this, but it's $69 a month for 168 hours in a month. It works out to be like pennies every minute that you're using the repricer. I mean, it's incredible, the value that it provides, and the results that it provides are just awesome. So that's a lot of little things that I wanted to talk about. But let me go and take you to, let's see if I can take you directly to what's happening inside our community here for just a moment. You should be able to see this. So let's take a quick peek at this. First of all, at the top where it says please allow notifications on your browser to stay updated, you should always click allow if you see that, and then click allow. Okay. The second thing is in the upper right hand corner, you can see I'm in Dan's account, but you can see here that there are 27 notifications. So if I click on this icon, it's going to take me to notifications. From notifications, we can see the latest notifications. So your listing has been successfully posted. The prep center has gone from receiving to closed, shipping to receiving, shipping to receiving. So you'll start to see updates in your preps, in your notifications of what's happening in the prep center. So that's just there for your own information. The other thing that I want to show you on the leaderboard, a lot of people ask, by the way, I don't know why they ask, but they ask where they can get tickets for the InternetMastery.live in Miami. And yet it's at the top of every single leaderboard page in Internet Mastery. You just literally click the link and there it is. So we have our leaderboard here, which is truly awesome, right? 159,887,000. Today we're going to hit $160 million in sales on Amazon. I mean, it's just breathtaking how awesome it is. But before you get to this week's leaders, you can now see the repricing statistics. And I want you to really look at these numbers, because since we launched the repricer, there have been 525,000 repricing events. 525,000 repricing activities have taken place that move prices up and down and around. 137,000 products have had the repricer associated with it, and it's resulted in 52,000 buy box wins and 226,000 sales. The number of sales that have come from a repricing activity is incredible. And if you're not using the repricer, you are missing out, period. Whether you have 1, 3, 5, or 500 ASINs in your account, you got to get the repricer. Try it. It's a 7-day free trial. It's worth $69 a week, let alone $69 a month. We scroll down just a little bit and you'll see that just below this week's and last week's leaders, you'll be able to see the Prep Center stats. This is also on the Prep Center page, but this is since April, maybe March, but I'm going to call it April. 15,261 plans, 131,946 items prepped at the Prep Center, and 3,856,000 in sales as a result. It's incredible. Now, that's all data that's live. We can also take a look at the dashboard. There's new data here. I'm not going to stay on this page, but you'll be able to see your top performing products and your restock recommendations in your account on the dashboard. If you don't see it, it might be because you are not using the Prep Center. The other thing that I want to do is take you over to the Prep Center. And again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this page because it contains some personal and sensitive information. But just to the right of your credit history. So actually, I'll show you this. Before I show you that, actually, let me show you this. So one of the things you'll see here is the new rejected submissions tab. So if you send items in and they are rejected, this is how you will be notified that your items are hazmat, that your items are gateable or gated, that your items are meltable and not able to be sent into Amazon. Your plans, instead of being deleted, will be rejected. So you'll see they're rejected here. You'll see the reason they're rejected, and all of that will be accessible to you in your account. This is all live as of right now. So you'll get a notification that something is rejected, and then you'll be able to go to the rejected tab and you'll be able to see all of that. Okay. And then there's also, let me just show you this on the left-hand side. This is where the live chat is. We have something in here called purchase credits, and now we have a credit history. So every time you purchase credits, if your free period has expired, or even if you're in the free period, we still consider that purchase credits. You'll be able to see a history of your credits that you purchased on the left-hand side under credits with credit history. So lots of just little things that are coming, that are happening, that are being introduced that you might not even know are there. Of course, Lister AI, you will not have access to if you were not in New York last week. And then the last thing I want to show you is this reports tab. So what you can see here in the Prep Center is we've got 6,112 credits used. We've got unlimited credits remaining. We've got the expiry date, and then we've got the profit report. This profit report is only available to people who use the Prep Center. If you're prepping it yourself, if you're doing FBM, those products will not be here. And so I'm going to click on this tab, and again, I'm not going to stay on it long, but you'll be able to see all of your profits, your costs, all of the amount of money. Anyway, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. You can do that yourself. I don't want to put that page live, but I just want you to go there to visit that page, because those advanced analytics, I'll do another session where I'll spend time on an account that I don't mind spending time on. But if you understand the inner workings of your products, your profitability of your products, all the Amazon fees, the cost to use the Prep Center, it's all built into your profitability for the last 90 days in there, and you're able to see what you've done, what you should be reordering. You can make all kinds of decisions all in one place from looking at that report. It is awesome. Now, it doesn't mean that there won't be a few little fixes that we need. Of course, when any time we launch anything new, if you notice anything, you can let us know, or let tech support know in the live chat, and then the team will work to quickly fix it. But that is one of the most complex things we've ever launched within Internet Mastery, to be able to have all of that info there. So those are the things that I wanted to cover with you here today. Let me go ahead and switch back to the video here. I'm going to bring Corinne on, And welcome back, Corinne. And so now what I'd like to do, that's a lot of information in a very short period of time, very compressed. I just want to see if anybody has any questions, any insights, any thoughts, any comments that we can share or that we can answer, and then we'll go from there. So let me pull up the questions and see what we've got here. Excellent. So, folks, this is your time. This is your opportunity. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them. I'm going to be here with Corinne for a little while. We love these sessions because we love to be able to answer your questions that you need help with. So let's see if there are any questions other than comments. We know everyone's so excited about everything. I'll tell you what, the mobile app is so convenient in its ability to do things. I mean, the idea that we can go in a store, scan the item in the store, know whether we should buy it or not, and then go to the website and actually, after we scan it, we list it to make sure we can sell it. And then we go to the prep center and we can submit the prep form right there before we actually buy it is amazing. And then you just buy it online. You don't have to even buy it in the store. You can use the store as a way to product, because look, at the end of the day, here's what happens. You don't want a product source in the store, but you're walking around and you look at something and go, shit, that looks good. Like, you can't turn it off anymore. You want to turn it off. You don't want to be sitting there all day at Walmart. I mean, I know there's some of you where you're at Walmart all day. People think you work at Walmart. I mean, it's awesome. But at the end of the day, the scanning is just such an amazing opportunity for you to be able to see, in real time what's happening. So that's really cool. So Corinne, do you have any thoughts, comments, questions, input while we're waiting for questions to come in? Is there anything that you're seeing in the Facebook group that needs any sort of attention? I stay away from the constant comments that have been answered like 300 times in the last, I don't know, week. And I let you respond to them because you can do it more eloquently than I am. I think maybe it would be a really cool thing, maybe on Monday on your next session, maybe spend just 10 minutes with people and teach them how to search the Facebook group.
I'd love to.
Like, I know how to do it, you know how to do it, but someone who's new, who doesn't know what they're looking for, to know how to find it, right? And how to search for it, because it is all there. So that's something that maybe a good topic for some of the newer people to see. I was thinking about this. We have 3.5 years worth of information, and so I think that's a good thing. We did have somebody who sent in an order the other day to the prep center from IKEA, and the prep center is way nicer than I am. The prep center sent that item to Amazon, but that's only because it was a mistake. That particular person prepped the items themselves from home and then sent them to the prep center, and they happen to be from IKEA. The prep center does not will not send items to Amazon that come from IKEA, whether they're prepped or not. There's a lot of reasons around it. All we ask, it's just another example of this process is so simple, and yet I don't understand why we struggle following the rules. We make it this way so that it can be product in, product out, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, any comments, any thoughts you have?
I'm getting a lot of feedback, like an echo, and a couple people mentioned it in the comments. I'm not sure.
Let me see. Let me check on something. Is that just on your side, right?
Yeah, I can hear it too.
No.
Okay. Hopefully that's better.
No, it's gone now.
Okay, perfect.
That said, eliminate the echo.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah, there's an echo button.
I think you're
echo button. There's an
echo button.
Echo button. And if you click the echo button, the echo stops.
I love it.
Use echo cancellation. That's the official name of the button.
The official name.
I don't know why it was unclicked, because it's always the same, but sometimes it happens. By the way, today's a really exciting day, Corinne. I don't know if you know it or not. It's exciting for me because today is September 15, 2023, and
Hmm.
the original iPhone was launched in 2007.
Yes.
So it's now 16 years of iPhones, and this will be the 16th consecutive year that I am getting a new iPhone on the day it comes out next Friday. So I've not missed one. I'm so excited because 30 minutes into ordering the iPhones this morning, they're delayed a month already. So
Exactly.
I got my new iPhone 15 Pro Max coming next Friday. Cannot wait.
Lovely.
Super excited about that. I don't, there's, I'm just sharing that because I have the microphone. So,
Yes.
um, let's see. Anybody else have any? Let's see. So what are you noticing, Corinne, in the Facebook group that is like a common theme in the last week or two with questions? Are you noticing anything that seems to be coming up a lot?
Yeah, well, you actually kind of hit the nail on the head. We've had a lot of people ask about how to get status in the prep center. And
Right.
you did such a great point, as you always do, explaining that if people email in, they're not going to get a status update. That's not
Right.
how it works. That's not how it's ever worked or designed to work.
Right.
So we're going to let you know how you can go to your prep submission form. And if you don't know how to do that, then you probably didn't submit one, and that answers your question right there.
Exactly.
Uh, so that's kind of a valuable thing. We've also had some
And the
questions.
rejected, by the way, the notifications combined with rejected orders, I think are
Mhm.
going to help people because
Agreed.
you'll now know why your plan is rejected.
Exactly.
And it could be this or that or the other thing, and there'll be a reason why, and then so forth. So,
Yeah,
obviously your plan's not rejected if there's no plan.
there's no plan.
There's no plan. And again, I it's hard for me
Mhm.
to understand how any box could ever show up at the prep center without a plan
Mhm.
if you don't send the item to the prep center until the plan is submitted.
Right.
I, I mean, it seems logical to me, and I
Yes.
don't want it to come across like we're callous or we don't care, but
Right.
I don't understand how much more we can do to
Right.
help you run your business than ask you to follow the rules that we have set up. And
Exactly.
and it happens, far too. There was a period of time where it kind of slowed down, and we almost got none of them. But
Right.
now it's gone crazy again.
Yeah.
So, what was the other one you're going to say?
Yeah. Another one that I've seen two or three times in the past week, people asking that their wholesale they're trying to set up a wholesale account, and their
Yes,
wholesaler is requesting a website. and
yes,
and I've answered it a couple of times, and I've obviously referred people to search as well. But
yes,
one thing that I definitely want to point out is, if you're online submitting an application to a wholesaler, you're really doing it wrong. You're doing yourself a disservice by
yes,
doing that. Pick up the phone, find out who your rep is, have a conversation, because a lot of times when you're submitting an application and it's asking you questions and you don't have an answer, we can't we can estimate what that answer would be, but really
right,
it's up to that wholesaler. And if you're not speaking to them, you're not going to be able to be as effective in your business
right.
as you want to be. So
Yeah,
so that
you've nailed that in
yeah,
every one of those, and it makes sense because so many of our students are they got the wholesale bug, right? And that's a
yes,
good thing. We want them excited about wholesale and ordering wholesale and doing that sort of thing.
yeah,
But you're right. They have those asterisks next to the fields, and the truth is, you don't have a website. Like you can submit an Amazon link to your products, but it's not your website. I mean, just to be
website.
clear with everyone,
Yeah,
you're trying to fake out a system. Like that's not the way to start a relationship with a new company that
right.
you want to cultivate. If you
Exactly.
have, if you don't have a website, then you don't have a website. And if
Right.
it's required that wholesaler is requiring of you to have a website, you don't have one. I mean,
Right.
just say it is what it is, right? I
Yeah.
mean, I don't have one, so I'm going to call them. I thought that was such a great point that you'd made, which
Yeah.
is pick up the phone and call them. I mean, we know a little bit about a few different wholesalers,
Yeah.
but everybody's working with different vendors and different opportunities, and
Mhm.
it's great that so many people have. Entertainment Earth, just to pick that as an example, but
Exactly.
but you're not going to make a lot of money selling on Amazon if all you do is buy from Entertainment Earth because
Right.
you and 9 million
Everyone
other
else.
Amazon sellers. There's like 1.3 million Amazon sellers, but
Yeah,
9 million Amazon sellers buy from Entertainment Earth.
exactly.
So the law of averages says you're not going to make a whole lot of money doing that,
Right.
especially with Entertainment Earth, where they're back ordered for 6 months on so many of their products.
So many things.
So
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put down Entertainment Earth. I'm just using it as an example. The
Right.
best way for you to get a wholesaler is find the ones that are not the ones that everyone else is using. And if you
Exactly.
post it, then we don't know who it is. So you just pick up the phone, you call them, and you just create a relationship with them. And
Yeah.
just speaking of that, don't be afraid to tell them you sell on Amazon.
Yeah.
Some wholesalers don't want to sell to you because you sell on Amazon. No problem.
Right.
So what? You go to the next one. There's
Right.
no shortage of wholesalers. None.
Right.
But some will require certain things and some will not. And if they ask for a website, again, I've seen lots of comments. I just, one of the things I want to caution everyone on, and this is my own pet peeve. So
Hmm.
I don't want anyone to take it personally, Corinne,
Hmm.
and you encourage it, but I discourage it. So
Okay.
we don't have the same view on this. Okay.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't think people who don't buy wholesale should be commenting and telling people how to buy wholesale.
Right.
We
No,
have
I agree
lots
with
of
that.
people that feel the need to comment on other people's comments after I've commented and given them the information. After
Right.
you've commented, they feel the need to correct us. Like,
Right. I
I
agree
don't
with
have
that.
patience for it personally. Like, if I'm going to spend my time giving an answer, that's the answer. And it's not that I'm opposed to other opinions. I love
Hmm.
other opinions. I'll give you an example. If you post something, if I post something, and I'll just pick a random person out the hat, Julie Grab,
Yeah.
right? Who has an opinion, right?
Yeah.
And a strong one at that. I never have an issue. Look, I don't want everybody disagreeing with me all the time. That's not fun either. But I respect her opinion
Yeah.
because she sold $3 million on Amazon and
Sure.
she's seen so much and she's been through so much and she has great points and great value. Again, doesn't mean we all have to agree. That isn't the point, right?
Right.
The point is that we have some people, and you encourage it. I know we've talked about it. You say things like, well, this is a community and a forum and people should be able to express themselves. I agree with that. But the challenge is you get a brand new person who asks a question, who knows nothing, who
Right.
doesn't know who the coaches are, who doesn't know who we are.
Hmm.
They ask a really good question, we give them an answer, and then someone who's been selling for 3 weeks decides that they want to tell them how to do the thing. And I want to remind you all, yes, we love you, yes, we value you, yes, you have an opinion, and yes, you have a voice, and you should be thankful that Corinne is in charge of the Facebook group and not me, because I would be banning, deleting, and blocking far more than I should,
Yeah.
because I just want to make sure that people are given the right answer to the
Right.
right question at the right time. And it isn't even that the answer is wrong, it's that you and I, move the community in a direction. It's a
Right.
big, huge train, bus, plane, whatever, that needs to be moved in a direction. And so
Mhm.
taking it off topic to derail it, to just
Yes.
then bring it back, creates so much more work. So I'm not picking on anyone. I'm just saying, just think about it before you comment
I actually
and
think that's so great. If people could just stop and think about
think about it.
what they're contributing and how that's really
Yes.
going to impact the
Yeah.
overall
And it isn't that we don't value the opinion,
right.
and it isn't that we don't, but we have people that have been in for a month that have never been to a live event, never been to a virtual event, that
Agreed.
are commenting on people's comments after we've commented
Mhm.
on how they should do certain things. And
Right.
I just think that in any business, in any mentorship, in any advice, it needs
Mhm.
to come from experience, not
Right.
what we think. And by the way, not even what they've seen on a video that we've done,
Right.
because the video could be old, the video
Exactly.
could change, the content could be different. So again, I'm not being critical. I'm not singling anyone out. I know there's going to be some people that are now taken aback because they think I'm talking about them. And
Right.
I haven't mentioned anyone's name. I got no specific person.
Mhm.
I'm not like putting anyone down. Again, you're in charge of this, so you're going to be the one that allow you. You know, I very rarely approve a post anyway, but I just want you all to think about it from that point of view. The
Yeah.
goal is to move everybody forward, and it's hard when we got 2,400 people in our group, and it's
Right.
growing every week. So we want to make sure, particularly the newest people, are getting the most current information. So I like that comment about the wholesaler. Pick up the phone, call them, and just say, "Look, I don't have a website." And
Yeah.
that just to bring that full circle, that's one that, there was feeds and comments about how do we use Amazon as our website. It's a
Right.
great idea, sounds sexy, but it isn't accurate. Like, if I'm
It
going to
isn't.
create a relationship with you, I need to be at the highest level of integrity, and so do
Mhm.
you. And that
Mhm.
means you don't have. Do I have a website? No, I don't have a
No.
website. I sell on Amazon. Amazon is not your website. It's
Right.
Amazon's website.
Right.
You just have listings. Just like if you were selling on eBay, you wouldn't provide your list of eBay listings and say that's your website. You don't
Right.
have a shopping cart. You don't have a place for people to pay. It's not your website. So just
Right.
say it is what it is. And if they don't
Right.
want to work with you, then maybe you need to build a website. But I don't
Exactly.
think so. I
Right.
think that you just need to move on to another wholesaler, which is
Find someone
disappointing,
else. Yeah.
but it
I
is
agree.
it is what it is.
Yes.
So excellent. What else are you finding? Because I'm finding there's not a lot of questions today. Maybe
They,
maybe I don't know why, but it's all good.
it's
Uh,
all good.
so
It's all good.
anything else you're finding, just in the overall sense?
So the only other thing that I would bring up, it doesn't happen often, but it's something, since we're talking about being mindful about our comments,
Yes.
sometimes we'll get a completely different off topic,
Oh yeah.
post about a personal situation or an account situation on somebody else's post.
Yes.
And,
Thank you for
again,
bringing that up.
yes, that you're hijacking their question ultimately. So just again, since we're talking about being mindful, if somebody's posted something and there's an answer and there's a conversation, create your own post.
Yes.
Do your post request. Don't put that in the comments of somebody else's post. We do see it. Sometimes I'll just delete them and DM you directly, but it's really taking that
Yes.
trajectory off topic
No,
again.
that's
And
great. I delete them and don't DM them because I don't
yeah,
DM anybody.
yeah,
But I love the phraseology you use. It's like hijacking them,
yeah,
right? It's hijacking the post. It's like
yeah.
I posted a video for Kim, because I really want everyone to watch this video
So
about
good.
that Kim did. And
Mhm.
I mean, it was really weird because I went to a place that I never go to. I watched the video, and then after watching the video, I looked, and it just happened to be the same day 5 years ago. It was just like
That's so
fate,
crazy.
right? And so somebody posted a comment about something about they don't know where something is in their
Right.
account or their prep center. I'm like, this is on Kim's post that I
Kim's post.
posted that everyone's raving about and talking about how it changed their life. And you're asking me a personal question that's so like it's just you're right. It's like hijacking the post. So you
Yeah.
hide it or delete it, and then they don't get the answer that they need. So
Right.
for everybody who's watching, if you have a question, all questions are fair game,
Mhm.
unless it's very specific to your account. That's another one that you over and over and over continue to say. So that's why I brought up the live chat and the email.
Yes.
If
Yes.
you have something specific to your account, see, think about it this way. We want you as an Internet Mastery community member to get the best service possible. Okay.
Right.
So you make a post, you wait a few hours, and the response to your post is this is specific to your account. We don't answer it here, and
Right.
go send an email. And now you're frustrated because you waited 4 hours for someone just to tell you they couldn't help you in the first place.
Right.
What we really want is we want you to get help right away. That's why we have live chat
Yep.
7 days a week, 12 hours a day.
Mhm.
Open a support ticket in the live chat or send an email. Emails get responded to very quickly. As of this morning, there were 0 emails in the email box that
That's
hadn't been
awesome.
responded to. So if you have something personal, whether it's a credit issue, whether it's a billing issue, whatever it is, I think that was actually the comment on Kim's post. I have a
Mm.
billing question. Okay, so send an email if you have a bill. We're never going to respond to a billing post about your billing question. We know you have it. Just send an email so we can get someone to take care of it for you. It's pretty
Exactly.
straightforward. So, so
Exactly.
that's a really good point. The
Yeah.
other thing that happens, by the way, is that we have lots of things that are important that get pushed down when sort of trivial things get pushed up, and
Yeah.
so we're going to continue to push those, back up to the top. So
Exactly.
we'll do it that way. Um, so the next question is, can I use my Shopify website on the wholesaler application, or does it have to be a specific website for Amazon? Of course not. That's a great question.
Hmm.
Shopify, that's your website. That's
The
a
website.
real legitimate website.
Mhm.
Now, here's the only thing. It's possible, it's possible that the supplier, let's say you're looking at a wholesaler for dog treats, and your website says jewelry. That's all your website sells is jewelry. It's
Hmm.
possible that a wholesaler for pet products is not going to approve that because they don't think that what you're doing is anything related to what they're going to be doing with you.
Right.
So that's where calling them is so much more powerful, right? So when
Yes.
you're going over the phone with them, if they say, "Look, I want to fill out the application. I have some questions for you." My website is a you don't even have to say Shopify. Shopify is
No.
just a web builder. You don't have to tell them it's
Right.
Shopify. You could just
Right.
say, I have a website. Just so you know, it's mostly jewelry, but we're looking to add in the pet products and the products from, we want to spread out our niche. We want to go into other niches. We want to be more whatever. And so as long as you're having that conversation with them, then they're
Right.
aware of that when they see it. And
Right.
so again, it goes back to calling them. The secret to wholesale, the secret, top secret, I'm going to give it to everybody right now,
Right
is
now.
relationships.
Yeah.
That's the secret. I mean,
Yeah,
the
you're so
secret
right,
is
Adam.
there's no
And
secret.
I think people we live in such a digital society that
Yes,
people think that it's the shortcut, that they're just going to send an email or they're just
yes,
going to fill
yeah,
out that application. And while those things are helpful, it's that relationship that really
yes,
hones in the questions that people have. I mean, even the question that you just answered, it's a great question. But it is still important to communicate with that wholesaler that you are selling on Amazon.
yes,
Because if you plop your website in that field and you don't talk to them, you might not know that they don't want you to sell on Amazon. And then you create a whole nother set of problem for yourself. So it's that
exactly.
communication and that relationship building that is key. They're the ones that are really going to be able to answer your question the way that it fits for them.
Yes, excellent. Very good. Next question that came up is, will Bolo Vendor be available soon? It will. I'm hoping in the next 7 days. It might be 10 days. It'll definitely be in September.
Mhm.
So yes, it's coming. It's coming very, very soon. Thank you all for your patience. A lot of it is really just based on me and my schedule. Since Las Vegas, I've been going crazy. And part of what we've been wanting to do is make sure we get all the things done that we promised in Las Vegas on a priority queue,
Yeah.
and the app being one of them. So that's on me. That's coming very, very soon. So thank you for asking. Um, Excellent. All right. Anything else, Corinne, that you want to share? I have just a couple of final closing thoughts, but is there anything else that you?
No, no. I think this has been such a great, effective talk because really, we really need to be able to guide people to the information, but you got to be willing to receive it and
Right.
utilize the tools, the information, the Facebook group,
Right.
uh, the way that you're going to benefit the most. And I think it was a great conversation today. So
Excellent. Very good. So then I'll just leave everybody with a few thoughts. The first one is for everyone who's coming to Cancun. We're very, very excited to see you there. It's going to be just truly awesome. If you're
mhm.
planning on coming to Cancun and you don't have your ticket yet, I just want to advise you to get it now. We have only 2 or 3 spots left total for that event. I think it's going to be 10 people. We want to keep it really small. We want to keep it really intimate because it's going to be all hands on. I'm not lecturing for 2 days. It's working. I'm going to be working. You're going to be working. And we're going to be sharing all those updates. Everyone's going to be at their laptops. I mean, it's a different type of event when you
Yeah.
keep it. 50 people was great in New York last week. 10 is totally different. So
Totally.
if you're Inner Circle and you're planning on coming to Cancun, some people have said to me, I'm coming, but they don't have a ticket yet. So I just want to encourage you to get your ticket. And I'm going to say the same thing about Miami. So we launched InternetMastery.live. We had a great promotional ticket price that was available. The ticket price has gone up since then, as you know, and we also laid out the ticket price path. So the tickets are $2.99 a ticket. They're going to $4.99 a ticket. So it doesn't make sense. I mean, you do whatever you want, but it doesn't make sense for you to pay more later when you can save hundreds of dollars now. It's a
Yeah.
tremendous opportunity for you to be able to do that. And we are going to, I mean, the same thing that happened with San Diego. For those of you that are new, San Diego was a much smaller event than Las Vegas was.
Hmm.
So we do that intentionally because we want our annual event to be Las Vegas, but we
Hmm.
also want our semi annual event to be powerful. So Miami is going to be extraordinary, but it isn't going to be as big and overpowering in a sense. It's going to be a little bit more intimate and a lot smaller. So we have so many people that bought tickets in Las Vegas to come to Miami. It doesn't leave us with a lot of tickets left for the Miami event. So again, if you're planning on coming to Miami, it doesn't make sense to pay more later. Get your tickets now. Don't worry
Right.
about the hotel. We'll have a room block for you. But do all of that in advance. You know what it was like buying tickets for Las Vegas early versus late because we had some of
Right.
that going on, and the
Yeah.
price of the airline ticket doubles. It's
Yes.
just money you could be putting into inventory. It's not like it's money that goes anywhere else. So,
Yeah.
so get your ticket for Miami. Get your repricer if you don't have your repricer all set. Put that in place for the holidays,
Yes.
and just keep utilizing the prep center, submitting your plans. Know that you're in an amazing place with an awesome group of people, all focused on one goal, and that's how much of the $1 billion is going to be your share when
Yeah.
this group hits a billion on the leaderboard. I mean, that's all I want you to think about. How much of it's going to be yours? And you want a little bit, you want more of it. It's going to be very, very exciting. There's no venue yet for Miami, no. But there will be. And when there is, we will let you know what that is. So Inner Circle members can bring a free guest to Miami. Yes, that's one of the benefits of being, remember, an Inner Circle member buys a ticket to the event, and the Inner Circle member gets a free upgrade to VIP.
Hmm.
The Inner Circle member can then bring a free guest to Miami or to any InternetMastery.live event. And if that person wants to upgrade to VIP, they just pay $100 there when they get there, and they can upgrade their ticket to VIP. So that's good questions there.
Yes.
Excellent. All righty, everybody. Hey, listen, thanks so much for being here, Corinne. Thanks for your help. We
Yes.
appreciate you.
Thank
Everybody
you.
else, thanks for joining us. We'll get the replay up soon, and we will see you all next week. Take care, everyone. Thanks so much. Bye bye.
Bye.